The essay that we felt didn't really work well or follow the prompt is snake venom. To start off, the intro of the essay was alright. The analogy that they used about the jealousy encouraging people to do better is a little confusing at the start. I can see where people could get confused while reading it. As for the science, relating venom to jealousy and anti-venom to the wave of self-improvement that comes from it seems like a good idea at first, but I feel like the essay falls short when they try to explain it. The author didn't do a good job at explaining exactly what anti-venom is and how it washes away the venom. They keep it very vague and don't go into detail about it. They mostly talk about how difficult it is to make and the lack of profit it makes. The author goes into the statistics of snake bites and where it's most common. I feel like this doesn't really relate to the analogy that well. It goes into how the venom affects humans, just like jealousy. I think this part was well done. All things considered, the humanity is there when talking about the humanity is there when talking about the analogy, and it's relatable. The Unity follows the prompts, instructions, and has a pattern. It starts in first person, then third, and back to first. Zinser would rate this well on the humanity side because it doesn't sound like a robot speaking and relates to the audience, but that's it. The verbs used don't really paint a clear picture of what they're talking about. There's clutter that could be taken out of the essay altogether, such as the paragraph talking about Southern Asia. We think this essay could use some work. And I'm done.
Okay, for the essay that we thought was good was To Move or Not to Move, and this essay was well organized. Everything was well explained, and it also included pictures with it. It was a short essay, but it had like a lot of good information put into it. The only bad things that were was that it didn't have like a front page. It had an analogy, just which was good. But it didn't have like the separate page for it, nor either did it have a reference page where it had like the text evidence and all that stuff. Um, I think it did meet the science expectations really good. I think since we would rate this essay a good essay because in part of the essay the writer explained the scientific stuff without like science related, so the readers would be able to understand it better. And in the book of censor, it did explain how like doing that it was good for the audience to be able to make the essay not boring and to also keep the readers interested and maybe even relate to the essay. I'm done.